Hi, Emmy. It's so nice to meet you. I appreciate you meeting with me today. My name is Jess. I'll be your social worker. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, before we dive into anything, I want to make sure you know that whatever is talked about between you and I stays between you and I. This is a safe environment for you to share about yourself or any concerns that you're having right now. There are a few exceptions to that, though. If you were to tell me that I want you to be aware of first. The first thing is if you were to tell me anything regarding harm to yourself, including risk of suicide or harm to others, I am mandated by the state of Ohio to let someone know about it. Or if you tell me anything about child abuse or elder abuse, I would need to break confidence in that situation. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, great. Do you have any questions about any of that so far?
No.
All right. Well, like I said, this is a place for you to share about yourself and feelings that you're having right now, and my job is to help you address those concerns. So why don't we get started? Why don't you tell me what brings you in to see me today?
Well, my parents have been down my back lately about my behavior and performance in school. I'm in college now and I'm doing all that I can working. I'm working my butt off, but they aren't seeing that, which is causing me even more stress and frustration. I'm not good at school and I never have been. It's always been this way since I was in elementary. And all my parents do is blame my immaturity when it comes to it, which really hurts my feelings. Um, I am mature, but since I'm doing poor in school, they believe that I am immature and careless about my education and I'm trying to act out for some reason. Now that I'm in college and still having trouble in school, they think I have some underlying issues that is causing me to not perform well. And they are making me feel like there's something incredibly wrong with me and like I can't do anything right in their eyes, but they don't see how much I really am trying or they never care to listen when I tell them that.
Okay, I can see how that can be extremely frustrating and why you would be so hard on yourself. Do you mind me asking, is there anything else going on in your life right now that may be distracting you from your schoolwork?
No, nothing. I have great friends. I love the school I'm at. I would be very happy if I wasn't having so much trouble with my schoolwork and all the pressure from my parents. But I suck at school. My parents won't get off my back.
I'm happy to hear that you love your school and you have great friends in your life. You are not stupid. Some people tend to have more trouble in school than others, and that's completely okay. You aren't the only one. I do want you to know that. So the pressure from your parents and your struggle with school work is taking a toll on you emotionally, would you say?
Yes, I'm really tired.
I completely understand. Parents sometimes just want the best for their children and believe they know their children's full potential, so they try to encourage their children, but oftentimes it comes off in the wrong way. So I want you to know that your parents don't mean to make you feel this way or aren't intentionally making you feel bad about yourself. They're your parents and they love you very much. Have you explained to them that they make you feel bad about yourself when they're hard on you about school? Have you ever brought it up or asked them to help you?
I don't really tell them that they make me feel terrible and not good enough. It never really gets to that point. Whenever they say anything to me about my grades or school, I just get worked up and it creates a fight. And I've never asked for the help because I don't want them to think I am even more immature and need help on my schoolwork.
Okay, well, other than arguing with your parents about school, how's your relationship with them?
It's really good. School is the only thing that we argue about.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that you have a good relationship with your parents, other than the occasional arguments about school. How about your classes? Do you enjoy the classes you're taking lately?
Yeah, I do, but I have the worst time sitting in big lecture halls and I get really antsy. It's way too long for me to sit and keep focused, so a lot of time I don't have the desire to go to class because I think that if I can't sit there for that long and half the time I don't even pay attention, what's the point? I cannot comprehend anything that my professor is standing up there saying, and when I try to read notes after class, nothing ever makes sense to me. I can't do the same thing as my friends who can sit well in class or sit for a while in class, and that just frustrates me. My friends can sit there for hours and stay focused and get things done and read long articles and pay attention to what is being said, and when I try to read an entire article, it takes me hours to understand. Or I read a couple of lines and then realize I wasn't really reading anything, nor paying attention.
Well, first, like I said before, you are not stupid. I can completely see how it causes you to feel very frustrated. It would frustrate anyone dealing with that. So let me get this straight. You have a lot of trouble sitting in your classes and feel antsy and fidgety, and it's hard for you to comprehend what your professor is teaching. When you go home and try to read your notes, it doesn't really make that good of sense to you, and it takes you hours to finish assignments that normally takes your friends not that long. Am I correct?
Yes.
May I ask, have you always had trouble sitting in class and comprehending topics being taught in class, like in high school or middle school, or did this just all come about in college?
Well, in elementary and middle school, I would always get in trouble by my teachers because they said I would interrupt the class by talking too much, and they could never keep me on topic. And so they had to contact my parents a few times. Then in high school for parent-teacher conferences, my teachers would tell my parents how I wasn't performing the best way they believed I could, and they were worried about my grades when they came to applying for colleges. So yes, I have always had trouble sitting in class, and it became more of a problem towards the end of my senior year when I was trying to apply for colleges and couldn't get better than a 19 on my ACT test.
What did your parents say about this?
Like I said earlier, they thought it was just my age and that with maturity I would start taking school seriously. I care a lot about my education, but I swear there's something wrong with me because no matter what I do or how much I study, things literally go in one ear and out the other.
Well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you, Emmy. Have you ever tried reaching out to your professors or found a tutor to help you with understanding the material that you learn in class?
Yes, but then once I'm on my own, I completely forget what they taught me and I end up just staring at it for hours.
Well, Emmy, after talking this through with you and hearing your frustrations and understanding that you have trouble sitting through class and comprehending material and forgetting the content, you tried to learn from your exam. I first want you to know that many people, like I said before, you aren't the only one who comes across obstacles and hardships when it comes to your education. So I want you to know that you aren't stupid and there's nothing wrong with you. You just seem to have trouble with your attention span when asked to sit for long periods of times. You fidget and become antsy. I've noticed through this time we have been sitting here, you have been touching your hair a lot, and it's been hard for you to keep attention, and you keep moving around and playing with your hands because it's hard for you to sit still. I mean, have you ever heard of attention deficit disorder or attention deficit hyperactive disorder?
Yes.
Has any of your teachers in the past brought this up to your parents that you may have attention deficit disorder or attention deficit hyperactive disorder?
Yeah, they have, but as usual, my parents just ignored it.
Okay, well, now that you are older, would you like to go through some assessments by a doctor to see if you possibly have one of them? From listening to you, your behavior is very similar to someone who would have one of these. It completely is up to you on your decision and what you want to do fully.
Yes, I would like to. How do I find a doctor?
I will make a referral for you. If you meet with this doctor and you do possibly have one of these, then we will work from there. And if you don't, then we will go down a different path. But until then, I would like to still meet with you once a week and talk about what assignments you may have due this week and help you with your time management. How does that sound to you?
Great.
How would you feel about getting a tutor to help you?
Where do I get a tutor at?
There are many places around campus that offer tutoring sessions to students. In Alden Library, there is a tutor center where other students sign up in order to tutor other students in classes they've previously taken. Does that interest you at all?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you will help me?
Yes, I will help you through this entire process. For now, we will find you a tutor for your classes to have someone sit down with you during the week and help you with the information you are learning in class so you can better understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. There also is classes and tutors provided through the school to help you improve studying skills. Does that sound like something you would want to do as well?
Yes, because I have no clue how to study.
All right, great. We will sign you up for tutors for your classes and get you help on studying. We will meet once a week to discuss how you are feeling and talk about any negative feelings you have to get things off your chest and make things a little easier for you. And once we get the results from your assessments that you will do with the doctor, when they're given back to me, we will go from there. But for now, that will be the plan. Does that sound good to you?
Yes, that sounds great. But can I ask what happens if I do have ADD or ADHD? I don't want anything to be wrong with me.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with having ADD or ADHD. It just means that you have a little harder time keeping attention on certain tasks, or you are more hyperactive than others. It is better to figure out it now if you have one of these and take care of it rather than ignoring it and continuing to have trouble in school and having yourself and your parents being so hard on you. It will be a positive to your life, figuring it all out. And if you do have it, then we will talk to the doctor and decide if he recommends you getting on any medication that will help you focus more. And here at Ohio University, we have a center called the Student Accessibility Center, where it allows students who may have health concerns that gets in the way of their academics. They work with you and your professors to allow you more time on homework or exams, different things like that. It is a great help that you can apply to if that may be the case.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Thank you.
Of course. Do you have any other questions for me or questions in general about the process?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so let me recap with you what our next steps will be. I'm going to refer you to a doctor and you will go through an assessment to see if you possibly have ADD or ADHD, which is nothing bad to have, but since you have been struggling for so long with school and it doesn't seem to be because of your immaturity, because to me you seem very mature, and it doesn't seem to be something negative in your life that causes you to do poor in school. You have great friends and you love Ohio University and are interested in the classes you're taking. You potentially could have ADD or ADHD, and never hurts to check off all your options. We will get the results back from the doctor, and if you do so have one of these, we will talk with the doctor and see what he recommends when it comes to medication and other things like that. But either way, for the next few months, we will meet once a week to set up a plan on what you have to do that week. We will get you started in some tutoring sessions and either enroll you in a class to help you learn how to study better and prepare for tests, or find you a tutor that will help you with that. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we will keep that up for a few months, and if you happen to go on medication, we will watch closely how that is affecting you. And throughout the whole process, we will track improvement in your schoolwork and study skills and see what needs work and what doesn't. We have open communication on how you are doing and how you are feeling about your schoolwork, and more importantly about yourself. Does that sound good?
Yes, that sounds great. Thank you so much for all your help. You really made me feel a lot better. And I can't wait to start getting help and show my parents that I can do well in school and I am mature.
Great, Emmy. I'm so glad that today helped you. I'm glad that you're excited and motivated to get us started on all of this. I will see you next week and we will go from there.